Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome to Stamp It Up with Jamie. It is Valentine's Day. I normally don't know the date, but I actually do today. Happy Valentine's, everyone. It is February 14th, 11 o'clock on the East Coast, and this is my weekly live stamping that I do right here on YouTube every week for the most part. If we haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet, my name is Jamie. I'm a Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator, and I live in upstate New York. And I get the absolute pleasure and joy of just sharing all things paper crafting. And what I like to do each week is kind of pick one specific product, focus on that product, show how to use it in many different ways, a variety of cards, mostly cards, and give you lots of ideas. The thing that I like about doing that is maybe you don't like one card, but you like another card, or maybe one card is not your style or your color, but another card is. And so I hope to just kind of inspire you and give you different options of things that you can do. So good morning, everyone. As you're coming in, please give me a shout out. Let me know where you're watching from. I should probably turn that on. I'm playing with lighting a little bit this morning. Trying something new. We'll see. So all this week, I've been using I have to get it. Enduring Enduring Beauty bundle. It's a unique bundle because it is a stamp set, dies, and decorative masks, which are absolutely amazing. And we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to use them today. So the neat thing is you can use just the stamp set. You could use just the dies if you wanted, although they're a little bit more limited. Or you can use just the masks, or you can use all three together. And you can color in this big chunky flower with the masks, with watercolor pencils, with Stampin' Blends markers, or just stamp it solid like I did in one of my cards tomorrow. So hello, everyone. Hello. Happy Valentine's Day. So this is what we're working with. Let me flip my cameras around. So it is found, you know what? I don't even know what page it's on. Give me a second. Talk amongst yourselves. Page 38. Okay, there we go. Page 38. And if you're not sure like how to use it, it literally walks you through stamp set, dies, decorative masks. And then over here, it literally shows you. You can use just the stamps. You can use the masks and the die, although it mostly just uses the mask. Or you can use the stamps, dies, and masks. And then it gives you a little snippet of how to do the layering of the different decorative masks. I'm going to do that for you as well. So hopefully you get some. I feel like I'm playing with lighting today. So that's on page 38 and 39 of the mini. Okay. Today's card is a copy of one that I did. I didn't check the year actually, but it's like going back maybe 3 years, maybe even 2 years. And it's a very, very simple fun fold. And it's only fun because it follows the angle of the cutout floral. And so it's like really simple. I don't even know if it should be qualified as a fun fold, a unique fold, a different opening. I don't know, but it just follows that. And I'm going to do things a little differently. My colors here are Lemon Lolly, Daffodil Delight, and Old Olive. The Old Olive, when I put it down, I was like, whoa, that's really dark and really intense. And so I'm going to switch it out for Granny Apple Green. And then we can compare and contrast to see which one we like more. But I did that. I was like, whoa, the Old Olive's a bit intense. So that's today's card. We'll put that there. Yesterday's card was a bubble bath. So this one you colors in with the decorative masks. This one was colored in with Stampin' Blends markers. Granny Apple Green and Bubble Bath. Love that. This one might be my favorite of all of them. Tomorrow, I'm going monochromatic. I love monochromatic cards. They just make my heart so happy and super simple. So if you're not into like a lot of coloring, or maybe you don't have a lot of product or whatever, something like this is really easy. I just put a piece of Starry Sky next to a piece of basic white. It's actually adhered behind it by with a piece of tape. And then I just stamped right over it. And I loved this so much that I kept going. I did it in Tahitian Tide. I did it in Parakeet Party. I did it in Orchid Oasis. And of course, I did it in sweet sorbet. I was out of that baker's twine and sweet sorbet, so I had to supplement. So these are our 5 in colors. They're 2022, 2024 in colors that will be retiring with the annual catalog, which it'll probably start retiring in April. Hello, if you like these colors, they're going to retire soon. I highly, highly, highly encourage you to stock up now on cardstock, on your ink refills, because when they're gone, they're gone. Oh, you like them, Joe? Good. Let me tell you, they were so easy to put together. I did a little bit of, and there's an embossed background here. I don't know if the light's picking it up. It's very subtle, but it came together so quick, and I just boom, 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 just kept like replicating across the different colors. And I'm using 2022-24 baker's twine, 2022-2024 pearls, I think those are called. So in the 5 different colors. And then my last card on Friday is, gosh, though this was a hard one, because on my blog, when I was like photographing it, I'm like, it doesn't do it justice. It's such a beautiful card. And the pictures, I don't know, they just don't do it justice. But this will be my card for Friday. I did some heat embossing in white on vellum and then colored the back of it. And I colored the back with like petal pink and soft sea foam. So it's very subtle. And that's why I feel like the camera, the video just doesn't do it justice. Because in person, I can see them a lot more vibrant. I mean, they're not bright colors. They're definitely like more toned down. But, oh, I love this card so much. Okay, I love all of them. Hello, Julie. So you can color in with decorative masks and a blending brush. You can color with Stampin' Blends. You can stamp solid and not have to color at all. Or you can do about a bajillion different layers and pieces and have it come out all beautiful. Like this is like embossing, dry embossing, heat embossing, die cutting. What else? A couple different dyes I'm using. So this is kind of more the bougie card. Oh, thanks. I'm so glad you like it. Yeah, I love these so much. So if you need to like replicate and make like mass amounts of cards, I'm telling you, this design right here will be your friend. Okie dokie. So I got to get organized. Here we go. So starting off with pool party. Yes, sorry. Pool party. This is 4 1/4 by 11. So normally I wouldn't do a card this angle. Like it would be like this, right? Normally it would be a top fold card for me. But in order to get the angle and to cut it, wow, I'm struggling. There we go. It has to be 4 1/4 by 11, squared at 5 1/2. Okay. So I'm going to switch up some things. I'm actually going to use 3 different pieces of basic white that are 4 by 5 1/4. One's going to be the inside, one's going to be the outside, and one's going to be the one that I stamp the big floral image on. So let's do, but I'm going to switch things up because my card that I'm casing has some stamping down here in the bottom and in the top. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I'm being overzealous. But I got done with this card and I was like, oh, I wish I kind of had done that. So let's take one. Let's start our stamping. You're going to need a ginormous block. Do you know I did not have this block? It's an F block. You'll need a huge block, and I didn't have it. So I actually I ordered one specifically to be able to use this stamp set. I didn't have one. Soft seafoam one is pretty in the Fresh Freezer. You like that, Julie? It's actually Bubble Bath. I know Bubble Bath and Fresh Freezer are super, super close colors. But this one is Bubble Bath. But I love them. Fresh Freezer was probably my favorite purple until Bubble Bath came out. And Bubble Bath, it's kind of like a pinky purple. It's not even really a purple. So I'm going to stamp as I get my nail in it. Did anybody watch my story over on Instagram about my nails? If you did, wish me luck. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, today only you can go over on Instagram and watch my story and find out what I'm talking about. If you're catching the replay, it's too late. So, oh, I just rocked it. Let's hope that didn't move. Oh, beautiful. I love when it works. So that's one. This is going to be the one that we end up cutting out. But I thought what we would do is stamp kind of like the bottom inside corner here a little bit, because I did that in my sample, my card that I'm like replicating. So let me just figure out what corner, if I want to stamp that corner. This block is ginormous. I feel like I should have done some weightlifting in preparation. Like, look, my hand can't even like hold it. It's so massive. Okay, I'm going to do that corner. I don't know. We're going to find out. We'll try this and we'll compare and contrast and come out with a winner. So I'm just going to do like a little bit of detail in the corner so that so the inside isn't completely blank, but also because I want it kind of like this cascading effect. Okay, beautiful. And then for my front one, I want just a little bit. I need to just nick ever so slightly because most of it's going to be covered. And I think I'm going to do the opposite corner this time. So I got this question this morning, or was it last night? It might have been late last night. What the difference in our markers is. And I'm going to be using our Stampin' Blends markers, which are the alcohol-based markers. And whenever you're doing like coloring, lots of coloring, where do I put this? It's what I would recommend. So we have our Stampin' Write markers, but those are water-based markers, and we have, they will work for coloring, but they'll leave lines, and you don't want lines. So, I got to get my, hold on. I got to get a scrap paper. So the blends are alcohol-based. They won't leave lines, and they color beautifully. So that's the one you're going to want to use, okay? And with Memento. So you want to use opposite mediums. If you are coloring with alcohol markers, you want to stamp your outline in water-based ink. Okay, so that's what we have. This is going to be the outside. This is going to be the inside. And this is going to be our focal point that's cut out. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to switch up my greens. I'm going to stick with my yellows. So Lemon Lolly, Daffodil Delight. Daffodil. I'm from New York. We don't say daffodil. We say daffodil. Granny Apple Green and Old Olive. Again, I'm going to switch those up a little bit. Now, our masks, if you're, my nose is so itchy. Our masks are super duper cool. You get 5 of them in total, and they literally line up right over your image. So you just kind of have to play with it to see how it fits. Like this one fits like that. See how it eventually wraps around the flowers? You just kind of have to keep turning it around. If you'll notice, this one here is like the single small one, and it's that guy right there. So you're also going to notice our masks have little notches in them. If you wanted to, you could grab a pencil, and what I would do, and actually what I'm going to do, is just tape it down. Do you think I can do all 3 at the same time? Is that like ridiculously ambitious? Probably. But for the sake of time, I'm just using masking, Scotch tape. It's not a plug for Scotch tape, by the way. Are those all on camera? They are. Okay. So what you could do then is line it up. Right? Line it up. Take your time. And then you're going to make like a little notch mark. Do you see that? You do see that. So that the next time I do one, I'm just going to line up that notch. And I may have to wiggle it around a little bit, but for the most part, they're going to line up really nicely. Okay? So that notch is really cool. Here we go. Are we nervous? I'm a little nervous. I got to figure out how this one goes. Goes like that. Right? Might as well do the notch marks. Wow, the notch is all the way over here. Notch mark. And then this one is, nope. Yep. Oh, my notch mark is, oh, well, I can do the notch mark and just erase it. Wait, is that right? Hold on. Why is that not right? Nope, that's not right. I got to get my bearings. I don't know what's what. There we go. Okay, now we're cooking with steam. Okay, so where's my notch mark? Way over here. So ideally, I would do one at a time, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to do all three. So this is going to be amazing, and nothing's going to go wrong. Everything's going to go right. So I'm going to start with my lighter colors. This is the one that has the least amount of detail. This is the floral image that has more detail. So if you're looking at your flower, this one is my lighter color, and then this one is my darker color. So you're going to start with your lighter one and line it up. If you wanted, you could, gosh, this is getting tricky. You could tape this down. Well, I'm not going to. I'm going to tempt fate and see if I can do it without just holding it. What could go wrong? Everything's going to go right. So when you pick up ink with your blending brush, I kind of hold it low at the neck. And I like to start on grid like scrap paper because you're going to kind of get this initial blop of color out. And I don't want a blop. I want a really nice, smooth, yummy color. I don't want splotches, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I don't want splotches. Ideally, I would be picking up ink in a circular motion, but I can't. I just can't. I physically can't. This one's a little light over here. Now, if you're curious as to how we're looking, good looking, you can just pull that up. Oh, that's good. Okay, moving on to the next one. Where's my notch? My notch is all the way in left field. Okay, same thing. Line it up and then apply the yellow, which, by the way, some of you were like, oh my gosh, you're using yellow. I know. I don't even have words, but I don't mind them in Lolly, and I really love yellow. Ooh, I love. I really enjoy or can appreciate yellow and blue. I love to put like pool party and like a yellow together. So, you know, every now and then, I don't expect to be using yellow all the time. Every now and then I can use it. Okay, perfect. Okay, see, it went amazing. Why did I doubt? Because just about 20 million things could have gone wrong. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with Daffodil Delight. Stampin' Up! Talks about color buddies, and this is something really interesting. Colors in our collections that kind of work well together, they're very complementary. So, for example, Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock are what we would say are color buddies because they just are very beautiful together. One's a lighter shade, one's a darker shade. They work really well. What else is a color buddy? Well, I like to do, I don't know if this is considered a color buddy, but I love to do Petal Pink and Calypso Coral together. I think those are beautiful. So if you are working like this, where you need kind of a darker color and a lighter color, I would really look at what are our color buddies, like Lemon Lolly with Daffodil Delight, Bubble Bath and Fresh Freesia is another one. So this is good. Oh, hold on, I gotta get a good pick of color first. And then now it moved. What could go wrong? Nothing's gonna go wrong. I could sneeze. That would be treacherous. That would be really bad if I sneezed. Okay, I'm afraid to do too much, so let's take a little peek. I think we're good. I feel like this one could use just a little bit more. Okay, better. Okay, so see, I don't know. I'll lift it up in a second so you can get a better look at it. But it adds just like a little shadow. a little je ne sais quoi, as my kids would say. Why is this one not lining up? Because it's not. There we go. That's better. Okay. Add some dark yellow with Daffodil Delight. Beautiful. And then one more, and then we'll start the leaves. I'm so glad I'm doing these all at once. We would literally be here all day if I didn't. Got things to do. There we go. I'm like, where are my lines? No. Okay, sorry. I'm concentrating. I can't talk and concentrate at the same time, apparently. I don't know if this one's really lined up well, but we're going to go for it. Let's see. That'll work. I don't know if that's perfect, but it'll do. Okie dokie. So next we're going to go, and you'll see I actually only used one blending brush. As long as I start with the lighter color and then move into the darker color, you really only need one. Although if you don't feel comfortable doing that, you could certainly switch and use two separate doodads. And by doodads, I mean blending brush. Okay, which by the way, you don't need a bajillion blending brushes. I have 3 small ones, 3 minis, and 3 regulars. And when you're done, you just rinse them. I take them into my sink, rinse it with hot water until they run clean. Let them sit and rinse or dry, and then they're good. So they're stained. Like you'll see this one I've used with blue, and it's stained, but it's still works. You just have to rinse it. So don't feel like you have to go out and buy a blending brush for every single one of our colors. That is not needed. You can if you want to, not needed though. So this is Granny Apple Green. This is one of the things I'm going to switch up and see if we like the lighter green, excuse me. The brighter, lighter. No. Brighter, lighter. Well, I guess it is a little lighter. Oh, that one's off a little bit. I can see it. My hand gets tired holding down the mask, I mean. Okay, that's not bad. I thought I was a little nervous. Okay, so let's line this one up. Are you still with me? Who is with me? I know this is a lot. I probably should have done some of this ahead of time. Oh, well, you're getting it real time. This is the part where whoever's watching the replay just fast forwards. Okay, last one. And then there's a detail one for this as well. I think the detail one I'm going to do in Old Olive. Oh, don't move. Okay, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then Angie, you're still here. God bless you, Angie. You're a trooper. This is a little mundane, but so fun. On my end, I'm having a blast. I just realized it might be a little lame watching me color for 20 minutes. Okay, so this is the detailed leaf. It just adds like a little veining in it. I'm going to use the Old Olive, and I really hope I don't come to regret it, but sometimes you just got to take a chance. Take a chance, take a chance. Oops. Well, I'm going to pick up color, and then I'll fiddle with getting it. I'm going to use one of the minis because this is, the veining is really, really tiny. It does some of the veining, and then it also does the stems. I don't want a big blotch. Oh, don't move. I felt it shift. My hand's getting tired. Don't move. I did shift again. So definitely whatchamacallit would be helpful. Oh, I don't know if I love that, but that's okay. That's different. Did I miss one in the middle? I think I missed that one entirely because I do not see it colored. Let me just add a little bit right there. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's better. Okay, it's not terrible. You love seeing the whole process. Oh, Jeannie, you're so sweet. You have time. I have time too. I hope you poured yourself like a cup of coffee or something, you know, to sip on while you're watching me color. Okay, so these ones should go faster because there's less of it in theory. Oh, my hand is so tired from holding down the mask. So definitely like use your masking tape so you don't have to apply so much pressure. I have really bad carpal tunnel in my wrist, so I have no strength in my hands. Ooh, wow. I colored that one really dark. Okay, note to self, we're going to go a little lighter handed on this one. Oops, my bad. That one's a little on the dark side. We're just going to go a little lighter. A little lighter on this one. How's that look? Better. Ooh, that one's intense. Oops. Okay. I'm trying. There we go. Okay, so let's take the tape off the back. It may tear a little bit. It's okay. It's going to be covered. It's all going to be adhered down. No one will be none the wiser. This is where the fun kicks in. Well, I think it's fun. I mean, I'm having fun. So let's get rid of my junk paper. Okay, so first we got to cut this out, and I have the ginormous doodah die that will go with it. Oh, you like it, Marcia? I like it. I like it better with the Granny Apple Green as opposed to the old olive. It's just a little brighter. It brightens it up. Okay, so let me do that. An impressive bouquet. Okay. Let me just concentrate for a second. The last thing I want is to take all that time coloring it and then have it shift in my die cutting and like cut a leaf off. That would not be good. If you are doing, well, I didn't do it there. Like this. If you're not coloring with the masks, I would suggest stamping the big floral image, cutting it out, and then coloring it. You can't really do that if you're using the masks. But the reason behind that is I've had it happen before where you take the time to, I'm all covered in ink, where you take the time to color something beautifully and then you run it to die cut it and it like shifts and it moves and it just isn't right. And then you've just wasted all of that. So in something like this, I would suggest like stamping the big floral image, die cutting it, and then coloring it. If you're using the decorative masks, you don't really have that privilege, but something definitely to consider. Okay, so this one's going to go on. Oh, you know what? I didn't get an extra refill. I'm almost out of adhesive. I don't know if this is going to last. I meant to grab one and I forgot. So the one in the bottom right-hand corner is going to go on the inside. The one in the top left corner is going to go on the outside. And then we're going to do some cutting, but we need to get that on first. Okay. So where'd my pencil go? If I was my pencil, where would I be? I would be in my drawer. Okay. You like the Granny Apple Green? I do too. Thanks, Susan. I'm so glad you like it. So, let's see here. It looks like the bouquet goes this way, or the florals. So there's no, how do I say this? There's no like specific measurement I'm going to give you because this is how I did it. And this is how I would suggest doing it is cut all this out. And then you need it to overlap the top and overlap the bottom. So obviously if you go like this, you're like really overlapping, but I just want it ever so slightly because I want to cover that cut by the florals. So I'm going to kind of see where I can get it to go and then mark like there. Oops. I actually colored on the actual flowers. So I have a line that goes from there to there. Oops, do you see that line there to there? And then I'm just gonna cut with my trimmer. And Lord willing, this should be amazing and totally work. I'm cutting the pool party and the white at the same time. Holding my breath. Okay, so this is, oh, I am sorry. I totally hit my phone. So this is where you, oh, that's so fun. That is so fun. I love it so much more than just like the single. Wow. I don't know if you like it more, but I love it. I love it. Okay, ahead of time, because I wasn't going to make you guys sit through this, I cut these out of Old Olive. I should have done Granny Apple Green, but I'm not cutting them again because, well, because I'm not. Because I already did it once. Sorry, hit my computer. Come here, come here. So I have the dies that come in the set come with a couple like standalone dies. Didn't I have any singles? I know I cut singles. Well, maybe I didn't. I know I did. Well, I don't know where the single ones. You get double leaves and then oops, they are together and I assumed they were doubles, but they're separate. So I'm just going to attach a couple of these. I might change where I put them because now I have some stamping around. And I didn't poke out all the little doodads because they'll kind of come out by themselves. And if they don't, I like that look as well. So we'll put one there, and then I cut out a couple of these flowers. That one's got adhesive or something on it. Why do I feel like that's not going to stay? Because I don't think it's going to stay. And then I think I'm going to do one down here. Maybe I'll just do one of the singles. And I'm kind of having it so it's poking like over instead of just under. And then maybe I'll do a leaf up here. I don't know. I'm totally winging this on the fly. Except I do want some doodads poked out. And maybe I'll do one more down here. I don't know. I'm either going to love that I loaded this or hate it. There's a 50-50 chance I'm going to not like that I put so... Oh, that one's going to overhang. I want to be able to actually put this in a envelope. Maybe we'll just leave it at that. Okay, next, you know what? Before we glue this, let's stamp the sentiment. So I'm stamping In Daffodil Delight. If we're going to do yellow, we might as well do yellow. And actually, this is what I did in the card that I copied as well. If you're curious as to my original card that I made with this, it is on my blog. I have a link for it on my blog, so you can check that out. I linked to it. I got tape on my nail. How did I do that? I got tape on my nail. Okay, now for the big, ginormous floral. Oh my gosh, that tape. I'm going to adhere it down with dimensionals, but I need to be very strategic. Nope, wrong way. Strategic in how I glue it or adhere it because I only want the left. If I put adhesive on all of it, I'm going to literally close it shut, and that would be not good. Here's a card I made for you. You're unable to open it because I glued it shut, but honestly, the inside's gorgeous. You'll have to trust me. I don't think that's exactly what we want to do. I keep flipping it. This is the way it's supposed to go. So then I'm going to put a couple of these doodads over here. One doodad there. I'm just kind of going back and forth because I want to make sure every part of it has a doodad. And by doodad, I mean dimensional. Let me put one kind of in the middle. This drives me nuts. This is so not Jamie. I normally pull my dimensionals off in rows. There are two types of people in the world. The people that pull their dimensionals off in rows and those that literally just like haphazardly pull them off. And I'm usually a row girl, so that's kind of like unnerving me a little. I know, that's a bit crazy talk. You know what? I did add. I didn't pull out the embellishments. I'll have to grab them. Don't mind me pulling all my embellishments. Okay. So I need to cover point to point. I think I went to that one, but I don't want it to I don't want it to extend too much. I want this to be able to fit in a envelope. I'm a very practical. I feel like that's not going to stick. I like my cards to actually be able to go into an envelope. They're diagonal rows. Oh, I didn't know what you were talking about. The dimensionals. I'm like, what is she talking about? The dimensionals. Okay, I'm just gonna slip a dimensional in there to kind of hold. That felt like it was loose and not gonna stick. Are these gonna stick? I might put a little tape over them. I know you're gonna see it once you open the card, but better to see the tape and have them there than have the tape, have no tape, and then they just fall off. So I know it's not the best looking detail, but I think it's worth it. Okay, I feel better because now they're not going to go anywhere. You can kind of fluff them a little bit now that they're more secure. Make them a little 3D. Okay, I forgot to grab my embellishments, which luckily are right here. These are iridescent rhinestones basic jewels. I love them so much. I love the little sparkle. Oh, no! Hold on. We got to do surgery. I got to take that off. I put a Judah on it. Oh, Jamie Babarsi. I did not think that one through. Where can we put it instead? Would it work there? Or should I just leave it off? Jamie, leave it off. Hold on. Let me play a second. Do I like it there? I kind of like it down there. Or I kind of like it there. There. Or do we just leave it? Maybe we just leave it. Like, enough. Step away from the leaf. I didn't even think that it was going to cover, except now it's sticky there. I didn't even think that it was going to cover the sentiment. I did not think that one through. By the way, you can do that. Just roll your adhesive and it will come right off. Put it under the sentiment. Oh, like down here. Hold on. I'm getting the adhesive off, or else, to my point, it will adhere shut, which would be very not good. Oh, like there. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Okay. Amy's my upline. When in doubt, do as your upline says. She knows what she's talking about. That's pretty. I like that. Okay. Let's add some of these doodads around. They are 3. Look, you get a bajillion of them in 3 sizes. Of course, I am always naturally going to pick the small ones and the medium ones. Don't tend to use really big chunky embellishments very often. Should we just load them on? I normally only do 3, but I feel like I just keep going. Why not, right? Go big or go home, except I kind of want to put a medium one here. Very fickle. I keep changing my mind. Okay, we're going to stick with that. Oh, run far away from it. Okay, there we go. Oh, I don't love that you see that tape. It is what it is. I have to let it go. I have to let it bother me, but I have to let it go. So there you have it. Okay. It is a full card. So I don't know. I mean, I do like the simplicity of this one. I think it makes the florals pop a bit more. This one just has a lot going on, but I'm not opposed to it. It's just 2 different looks. You know what I mean? Maybe next time, instead of stamping this so far in, do just like a little bit, kind of like I did over here. So it's just a little bit kind of, but I do love that when you open it, you have something there, because this one you open it and you don't have anything. So you like the full card better, Deb? Yeah. I like, it's just a lot. It's a lot of yellow. Maybe I'd like it more if it was pink. But I do love that. Isn't that pretty? Just like a little bit in the corner. It reminds me of my purple card, my bumblebee. I love just having that little bit of, like, it's kind of a little bit on, a little bit off. Okay. So how long have I've been doing this for 40 minutes? Holy cow. So this is today's card. It is a fun fold simply because you're cutting at an angle to kind of mirror the angle of the flower. And it just adds a little bit of extra funness to it. So whether you're using the decorative masks, whether you are coloring with Stampin' Blends, whether you're keeping things like super simple, like simple stamping, no coloring, just enjoying that big, beautiful image, Or you can go for door number 4 and do all the bells and whistles. I think the Enduring Beauty set is so pretty. It really is such a showstopper. And I think it would be also great for like sympathy cards, just like any occasion, really. Wedding cards. You can do so much with it. So I'm going to drop my catch-all link, jamieb.com, in the comments. You can find my shopping link over there. You can do my starter kit link is over there. All my social media links are over there. If you need to get a hold of me, you certainly can reach me that way as well. And if you have any questions, let me know. I love this bundle so, so much. I hope you do as well. If you have any questions, let me know. Let me know how I can serve you and help make you have a better paper crafting experience. That's what I'm here for. So thank you everyone for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon. I will catch you around next time. Happy stamping, everyone. Bye-bye.